Hello there, my name is David Clarkson and I'm the minister at Barclay Viewforth Church. I've come out today into my garden, and the reason for that is quite simple and straightforward. I've been thinking a little bit about what is growing in the garden, and I wanted to show you some bits and pieces of what's here. You have to realise is that I have no earthly idea what any of these plants are called. It's never been something I've been particularly interested in. I simply love looking at them. But in here, our neighbour has an ivy. And for a number of years, I didn't bother with it. It just grew over the wall. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew. And it was green, and I didn't really bother. However, last year, we decided that we should cut it back. And so that's what we've done. We took it back, and you can see already this year it's beginning to grow over again. However, what we then discovered was that in amongst it, there was a pear tree. And we've cut it back. We've let these pears and the tree see the light of day, and there are actually pears growing on it. Quite remarkable. We hadn't actually realised it was there, and this year it has begun to grow. You can see these two bits now shooting off up into the sky. Never happened before. But because we've cut back the other stuff that was preventing it from getting light, and it was hiding what was there, it's suddenly taken a little growth spurt. And as you look further round, what we've got here is an apple tree. And this year it is just full of apples growing away. Over here, there's a greengage tree, and as you look at it, you can see some fruit on it, just beginning to grow away there. But actually there's not much, because over here, well, that's the remains of its partner tree. When we came to this house, there were two of them, and the blossom was fantastic. They came out in blossom together. The bees buzzed backwards and forwards between them, and at one point we had a beehive in the garden, and we got honey, and it was fantastic to see, and loads of fruit. But then the one rotted and had to be cut down. And since then, the one tree that's left has produced fruit, but it's not ever done as well as it did when there were both of them together. And that made me think. It's made me think about Jesus saying in John's Gospel that he is the vine, and that we are to be grafted into him, that we are to produce good fruit. And Paul in Galatians chapter 5 talks about that good fruit and the kind of fruit that we are meant to produce as believers. And it's made me think that here was a situation where we had this tree, and it was growing, it was producing fruit, but we couldn't see it. And it never produced terribly much. But when we cut away the ivy that was preventing it from getting light, and it was preventing it from growing, then it has suddenly just burst into life. It's producing an incredible amount of fruit, and there's new growth on it. Growth that we've not seen before. And it's 10 years that we've been in this house, and we've not seen anything like that. it made me wonder, are there things in my life that actually I need to get rid of? Things that are stopping me growing for God. Things that are holding me back. And it may be that there's still some growth. I'm still a believer. I still want to follow Jesus. But am I really growing in the way that I'm meant to grow? Or are there things that are holding me back? And it also made me think about the fact that the single tree is no longer producing as much fruit. And I wonder, who are the people in my life that help me produce fruit? Where is the support and encouragement in my life? Who are the people that I should be spending time with? Not that you want to get rid of other people or drop them like a hot potato, but are there people who are really helpful? Are they the ones that support, encourage, challenge, that are with you to help you to be your best? Who encourage you to produce spiritual fruit? Because those are the people that you should be looking for and be spending most time with. And so, I think it's something that we all need to think about. What fruit are we producing? Are we producing as much as we should? And who is there of our friends, our family, that help us to produce good fruit? Of course, we need to spend time with God. We need to be grafted into Jesus. Of course we do. But there are other things, other people, sometimes that stop us and sometimes that help us to cultivate spiritual fruit in our lives. It's been a challenge for me to think through, and I know some people that I want to go and just renew acquaintance with once this lockdown is finished, because they help me to grow, and they help me to become more like Jesus, and I want to spend time with them. What about you? Who are those folk for you? And are there things that you have to give up in order to grow more? Have a great day.